You guys have spoken pretty clearly that your clots suck, your periods suck, nobody's listening, gynecologists suck. Hi, I'm your local OB/GYN. I love women and let's talk about it. So here's the deal. If you have menorrhagia, which is heavy bleeding, where you are just pouring blood out either as a fountain or clots, there are options and you gotta decide what makes the most sense for you. All right, you can take care of pain with things like NSAIDs and Motrin, but you may need bigger things in order to take care of this. One of the easier non-hormonal options is something called tranexamic acid. There's actually a commercial branded version of this that you only take on the bleeding days where it's heavy, and it kind of messes with how your blood clots in a relatively safe way to slow the bleeding and kind of turn down that faucet. If that's not cutting it, then you can consider something like an oral contraceptive, which is FDA approved for menorrhagia. And there are options to go on combined oral contraceptives with estrogen and progesterone, or just progesterone only, in order to stave the bleeding. And this could be in the form of pills, patches, rings, IUDs, not the hormone-free one, in order to control the bleeding. If that doesn't cut it, then you can even start to talk about different medications. There's a great option of one called Myfembree, which is indicated for things like endometriosis, adenomyosis, fibroids, menorrhagia, pelvic pain, and it can essentially turn off your periods. And it runs similarly to an injection that you could get every few months called Lupron. That in itself will turn off the periods as well. If none of these are cutting it, or you can't stay on these medications forever, then you start to talk about procedures. And this could be anything from an endometrial ablation to burn back the lining of your uterus, a uterine artery embolization to stop blood flow to your uterus to slow things down, and then you're getting into things where we might talk about either a myomectomy, removing fibroids if they're the cause, or a hysterectomy. Sometimes you just need to put your uterus in a bucket and call it a day and